Bear your yoke in your youth. Society teaches the exact opposite. It urges you to delay responsibilities till you attain a certain age, till you attain some kind of externalities. Don't start that business till you're done with school. In fact, since we're on this subject, let's analyze what it means to actually go to school and the benefits attached. Why do you go to school? To get a degree. Why do you need a degree? To get a job. Why do you need a job? To get money. So if there was some rigorous process that helps you get from point A to the end product, which is money, so that helps you skip that 4 years, or you reinvest that 4 years in something profitable to get to the end goal, isn't that optimal relative to the former? My friends, if you do not work to breathe, if you do not work to build your dream life, you would work hard to build someone else's. That's all a job is. And I'm not trying to shit down school or shit down a job, which is 2 points in and of itself. So to shit down school and say anybody who goes to school is a waste of time, or do not waste your time attending college, it's abysmal, it's ridiculous, because we need lawyers, we need doctors, and for you to qualify in those regards, you need to pass through medical school, you need to go to law school. So I'm totally not against school, but things like business, for instance, it's very vague. Even giving business advice as an entrepreneur, there are very limited general concepts that applies to every single business. For you to accurately deliver business advice, there must be a context. There must be a problem that we are trying to solve. Trying to give these vague and general advices, as all things, there will always be exceptions to that rule. One of my famous advice that blew up on the internet is the 3 keys for a successful business. One is product, the second is advertising, the third is management. I expound in that video. Product being the chiefest. Let's face it, you could be the most articulate salesman, you could have the most longest reach when it comes to marketing, you could have the best structure, the best team, the best mind behind your management, but if your product is shit, chances of you selling are very low. If you extrapolate that concept and apply it to a luxury brand, for instance, we have Balenciaga selling ripped jeans from the waist to the knee. The backside is ripped as well. So the product is shit, yet it still goes for $1,000. Now, you can look at it from the standpoint they are taking advantage of branding. But branding is a very deep discourse that veering towards that route will distract us from the initial discourse. So let's go back to that discourse. Spend your 20s taking as much risk as possible. I remember after a speaking event, someone tapped my shoulder. Excuse me, sir, may I have a word? It was a young lady. I want to start a business. However, my parents said I should delay till I'm done with school. What's your advice? What's your take on this subject? I asked her a very simple question. I said, my dear lady, do you love your parents? Yes. Then start that business. Why? If you don't start that business, you are going to grow up hating your parents because of the opportunity they robbed you. And this is the problem with most people. We all love to play the victim. We all love to be the guy that someone hurt, someone betrayed. We all have some kind of injurious past with someone else. Yet, we forget the role we play in manifesting that negative reality. I was betrayed. You fucking opened your mouth to someone who you didn't know much about, who you didn't know enough. You opened your mouth, you revealed things to someone who has not proven himself, proven his loyalty time and time again, and you complain about betrayal. This is prevalent in the female gender. Gospel wants to get married to me. Really? Come and see it. And the other lady is smiling. The next day, hello, Gospel, how are you doing? Fine. This lady you want to get married to. It's not as if I don't like her, but she does XYZ. After that, you never get a phone call from Gospel. 2 months later, he calls off the marriage. You see him with your friend and you're crying your eyes out for betrayal. Yes, we do not condone what your friend did, but who was the sponsor behind that wrong result? Again, does this mean we shouldn't tell our friends things? First off, you should first identify whom qualifies to be your friends. Majority of people do not have strictures. Majority of you have no vetting system to qualify people to term them as friends. It stems from the fact how you treat yourself is how you treat people. If you as an individual has no values, has no purpose, has no drive, you could care less about who is your friend or not. So you end up mistaking relationship that was founded upon habits, relationship that was founded upon some activity as friendship. Those are relationship. That's not something I want to delve into. I have no idea why I keep digressing. But let's return to the initial discourse. As humans, we have this appetite for laziness. We have this appetite for procrastination. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. And anything worthy of admiration is difficult to do. The moment your parents give you that advice, defer this responsibility to XYZ, defer this responsibility when you've grown taller, when you've become wiser, when you've done XYZ. Yes, mama, yes, papa. At the end of the day, you blame them for restricting you from pursuing that which you desire. But I want to ask every single one of you a very interesting question. If you decided